Even while she was sick, the woman kept working. As soon as she got a message from her boss, she rushed straight to the office only to be met, not with appreciation, but with a notice that her salary was being cut. On top of that, the bonus she'd earned from a major project was going to be split entirely with one of the boss's connections in the company. Hearing this, the woman couldn't help feeling hurt. She told him her health was failing because of overwork, but the boss tore up her medical report into shreds and scolded her for leaving the office to get a checkup. Then he threw the shredded papers right in her face. What he didn't know was she wasn't someone he could afford to offend. A client called him directly, asking him to take better care of his employee's health. He brushed it off without a second thought. When she stepped out of his office, she found all her things thrown on the floor by a scheming female coworker. But she didn't even feel angry anymore, she simply picked them up and moved to another spot. The boss then walked out and publicly announced that the scheming woman would be replacing her as team leader. The entire office was stunned. Many pointed out that she had been managing that project for a long time, and switching leaders out of the blue didn't seem right. But the boss ignored everyone's objections and insisted on giving the position to the other woman. The new leader's subordinates immediately started mocking her. When she returned to her desk, the new leader tried to order her around. But after seeing through both her boss and the situation, she had no intention of taking orders anymore. She casually said she needed to use the restroom and walked off, staying there for half an hour. When the new leader finally came in to hurry her, she stepped out and said she wasn't feeling well. The woman dragged her back to her desk and told her to start drawing up the design plans. She replied that her own computer couldn't run the software for it. Then use mine, the new leader said. I'm not used to other people's computers, she shot back. Then don't do it at all, the new leader snapped, and told another coworker, Xiaoya, to handle the plans instead. But Xiaoya quickly reminded her, last time the client said my work was terrible. Seeing everyone dodging the task, the new leader had no choice but to do it herself. Her subordinates laughed at the woman, saying she thought she was too good to work. But within minutes, it became clear the new leader couldn't even handle the basics. At the end of the day, the woman left the office. Moments later, her boss called, ordering her to come back and work overtime. Since she wasn't even getting a share of the project bonus, she hung up without hesitation and went home. The next morning, she walked into the office to find that everyone had worked through the night. The new leader smugly claimed, "See, the company runs just fine without you." When she heard they had already finished the project, she didn't get upset, she simply sat at her desk and started watching TV shows. It wasn't until a coworker told her to check the workgroup chat that she realized she hadn't received any messages. Turns out, after becoming team leader, the other woman had created a brand new chat group that excluded her entirely. Instead of getting mad, she was actually happy getting paid for doing nothing. When the boss came over to demand why she wasn't working, she told him she'd been kicked out of the group. Just as he was about to explode, the new leader rushed over with her laptop, proudly saying she'd finished the project without the woman's help. The boss was thrilled and told her to send it to the client immediately. But the woman took one glance at the plan and warned, "You'd better retract that right now." The new leader accused her of trying to sabotage things. When they ignored her advice, she didn't bother stopping them. Seconds later, word came in, the client was furious with the submission and refused to release payment. The boss turned his anger on her, but she wasn't having it. The new leader sneered,